What's up, guys? It's the Mighty Zing Fate 500. With I don't really know what this is. I guess just more of my thoughts and I guess some sort of update. As of late, I haven't really been uploading too many videos like I used to. I would upload videos every day, especially when I was unemployed. But recently, I've just been so busy with work, and I really have not had the urge to recording thing. I've just been so tired after work, and I've been doing other things, other real life things. Damn you, real life! But what I figure I will do is during the weekends, I usually have some free time during the weekends. I'm gonna try and record a bulk of videos so I have stuff to release throughout the week, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get onto a schedule. I don't know, no promises on anything, but I'm gonna continue to release content. It's a fun hobby to do, but it's just that it's a hobby. I'm not really super crazy. I'm not even sponsored by anybody on YouTube, so I don't get any money or anything for doing these. And it's not like I would anyways. It's fun, and I appreciate everybody who's supported me up to now. It's awesome. I keep getting more subscribers every week, which is really cool. I'm almost reached 100. I got a little ways to go. I still got about 32 more subscribers at this moment to go to that. But anyways, I'm off topic. What I want to talk about is, I haven't released a review or mainly a Dynasty Warriors encyclopedia in some time, which I do have Dynasty Warriors 7, and I have 7 Extreme Legends, but I don't have 7 Empires. And that's because, I don't really care for Empires. I have Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires, Dynasty Warriors 4 Empires, and I skipped 6 Empires because 6 is a pile of crap. I just haven't really gotten around to making those videos because they take a long time for me to record the footage. Usually it's like an hour's worth of footage, and then I have to sit down for 2 extra hours or so, cropping out what scenes I want, recording my audio. It's a lot of work doing those, and they're fun, especially when I see the end product. I'm always excited to see that stuff be put up. It's just pretty cool. But coming up in 2 months is Dynasty Warriors 8. That's right, Dynasty Warriors 8. And I haven't really talked about 7, so you're not really gonna know any what it's about unless you've played it. The transition from 6 to 7 was awesome. I love Dynasty Warriors 7. I love what they did with it. The only problem was they did keep some cloning issues. There were some characters that used their primary weapons, which excuse me. In Dynasty Warriors 7, you can use any weapon you want almost. There are female and male restrictions. Like, a male character cannot use a whip. Whatever. A female character cannot use a bastard sword. Or great sword, whatever you want to call it. It just wouldn't let them because it was too big for them. They're like, well, women can't lift that, whatever. And I'm like, screw you, Dynasty Warriors 7. Empire, or Extreme Legends was really cool. Added on a whole bunch of extra stuff. No new characters or anything, but no, it did. It added new. Actually, added in some new characters that appeared in Dynasty Warriors Next, which I also own, which is a Vita game. That's neither here nor there. But 7 did quite a few things that was pretty cool. Like the weapon system, and what I really loved about 7 was the super Musou. Or all characters have 2 Musou attacks, and compared to the previous, where your characters did have 2 Musou attacks, but they'd have to be in a rage state or low health or true awakening mode or what have you to be able to do said attacks. But in this one, it's like, and usually when you did those, it wasn't really anything different. It was just they'd add a little flourish to the end of it or whatever. But Dynasty Warriors 7, they added in 2 new moves. Some characters had air specials. Some characters had, you would have 2 ground specials and no air special. So, and they were really cool. They were like cinematic attacks. No longer were they just like Zhang Fei spinning his spear left and right, left and right, left and right, and then end it with a slash attack, whatever. It's nothing like that. They were all like, some characters would do some goofy stuff like Devil May Cry style. One character would ride a peon, or he'd ride the general, whoever he hit, like a surfboard. Just like ride around, and you could hit people. It was ridiculous, but it was pretty cool. Dynasty Warriors 8. Oh, wow. Where do I begin about that? This is kind of a rant on the Dynasty Warriors series. Dynasty Warriors 8 is running on the Dynasty Warriors 7 engine, which isn't a bad thing, and it's the reason that Dynasty Warriors 8 is coming out so soon. I mean, 7's not that old. Usually they take a bit to get, in between games, especially since Empires, it's Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires just came out. But you remember in my Dynasty Warriors encyclopedia back when I said 4, and I reviewed that, I told you they released Empires, and then like a few months later, like either 3 or 4 months later, this time it's only 3 months prior, like after releasing Empires, they release the next Dynasty Warriors series. They do it every time, so it really blows my mind why people would buy it. I mean, the Empires adds some flavor, yes, and with the new one on 7 on the PS3 or whatever, it added in quite a bit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's DLC stuff for it. I see it all the time popping up on the PlayStation Network. But again, I just don't like Empires that much. It's fun, but it doesn't add a whole lot to me. Whatever, I'll pass. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors 8's coming out, and it's running off the Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires, and the 7 engine, and it's kind of like I watched a bunch of the videos, and it looks exactly the same. No new graphics updates. The one thing I did read is that the frame rate issues that 7 has, which it does have some frame rate issues, has been reduced quite a bit and apparently nulled, which is awesome. But just while looking at the combat, it really doesn't make me go, oh my god, I really want that. Like watching the previous trailers from going from Dynasty Warriors 2 to 3, I mean, that blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe we can do all this stuff. And then 3 to 4, they had added new stuff and all this. And then 5 to 6, I mean, I was excited for 6 at the time, but sucked. Then, seeing 7 to 8, since it's running on the same engine as 7 and same everything, pretty much. They've added in a few things that Warriors Orochi 3 did. They're putting it in there, which also runs off the Dynasty Warriors 7 engine. It's just like, there's not really anything super exciting about it. There are some things. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to buy this regardless. I mean, I'm a Dynasty Warriors fan. I got to play it. I mean, I've platinumed almost all the Dynasty Warriors games I have on the PS3. That's how much I play these damn things. But yeah, it's like some of the characters, the cloning issues I was talking about, they decloned a majority of the characters' main weapons. You would have Cao Cao or Liu Bei, not Liu Bei, really, it was Cao Cao and Sun Jian. They would be using a greatsword, or not a greatsword, but just a general sword or whatever, and they would have the same attack animation. So really the only difference was their unique trait attack and their moveset. Other than that, it was like, why would I want to play this character with this, it really, I don't understand why Koei does this with cloning characters. Like, we've been past that since Dynasty Warriors 2 and 3. 3 had quite a bit of cloning characters, but they narrowed it down. And then by the time it got to 5, each character felt like they were their unique self. And then they went to 6, and it was just a pile of crap. And afterwards, they're slowly building themselves down to, whatever, getting back to where they were. I don't understand why you go, take 2 steps forward, take 3 backwards. Whatever. But the cool thing about 7 was that the story mode was like seamless cutscenes between, your characters would be talking and all of a sudden it'd shift your camera angle and you'd be in a fight and you'd, go kill stuff. And it was freaking awesome. I love the story. And you played as certain characters, it was very linear. It'd put you through certain points of the game. You couldn't switch characters until after you've beaten the story mode, and then you could do whatever you wanted. But regardless, I love that it did that. It was really cinematic and it was cool. What I read from the Koei Warriors side was that they're doing the story from the ground up. They're remaking it. They're doing all this kind of stuff. They're adding what-if scenarios, which I love what-if scenarios. Ever since Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 did that, I loved what-if stories. I was like, that's freaking awesome. And if you love the Romance of the Three Kingdoms and you're, all the stories, that's pretty freaking cool. You'll see characters that were supposed to be dead at this point in time, but they're not, so it leads into a secret hidden path, a what-if story, which is freaking cool. I can't wait to see some of that stuff. But again, the whole running off of, I looked at some of the combos, and like certain characters like Zhang Fei, Lu Bu and all of them, they still fight exactly the same. They did add in, however, 3 Musou attacks instead of just the 2. And now every character in the game has an air Musou and 2 ground Musous, which is pretty cool. And the 2 ground Musous are reduced to AoE and singular. So you'll have one Musou that'll just knock away everybody, and then if you're fighting general and you don't want to use that one, you can use a powerful Musou to do a crap ton of damage on them, and that's all that jazz. So it's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. They added in a bunch of new characters. I think they said they were up to 70 or 90. I mean, that's a big jump. I know. I can't remember. I have to look, but I mean, it's like I think it's 70 characters. I want to say 90 would be a lot, but 70 playable characters, that's a lot. one thing that is a shame, even though it's running off the Dynasty Warriors 7 engine, none of the costumes that you bought from Dynasty Warriors 7 will work on Dynasty Warriors 8. That sucks. I mean, they're like, because some of the character models got changed a bit from Dynasty Warriors 7 to 8, no longer will those costumes work. And I mean, I have all the DLC for that damn game, and there's a ton of costumes for it. But that's neither here nor there. But and this is just me kind of ranting on, Dynasty Warriors. A lot of people give it flack for being the same thing year in, year out. And I can see that, especially with when I'm going to 7 to 8, which I'm still going to play, I'm not as stoked as I usually am. Mainly just because I've been playing these games for so long and I've seen so much, and, it's hard to spend... I don't know really what I'm saying, but anyways, that's my rant on the Dynasty Warriors games. Eventually, I'm going to do a 7 encyclopedia so you guys can know more about what I'm talking about. I just got to really get some free time, but I've just been busy. I'm running my own company. It's a family company, and I've been just so swamped with work that I really haven't had much time to do anything, or the urge to record anything, so I'm sorry about that. I do have a bunch of footage of Monster Hunter done. I just haven't sat down and edited it and put it up, so it's my bad. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me and my rants. Hopefully I'll be back to a normal schedule soon when things kind of cool down and I'm not as busy and I have more energy to record, and it's not fun going to recording something when all you're doing is like, I'm so tired. And that demon back there, that thing back there, she won't leave me alone when I'm playing games. She's like, play with me, blah. It's whatever. So anyways, guys, this is Zane Faith 500 saying, hope you guys have a good one. Take care.